Hey there, welcome to Rusty's Late Night Sudoku Stream. I'm Rusty. We're going to play some Sudoku. Got one queued up here. This is puzzle number 406 in the hard collection of the Sudoku 1000 hard puzzles from SudokuStore on BlueSky. They have storefronts on Etsy and on Amazon. And we'll probably start having links to those in our feed at some point. Also today, I've got another puzzle. One of my followers on BlueSky, not Wise, has posted a puzzle for me to see if I can solve and see what kind of results I get. In any case, let's get this going. Okay, the blue square is going to be effectively a block for us. This is the 406 puzzle, and let's see if we can solve it here. Turning highlighting back on, and this is going to be the one digit that is not in this square already, which is a 2. And we get a 2 here, and a 2 here, and over here we get a 2. And now all of the 2s are on the board. Not going to be quite as easy for the rest of this. And we've got a few options. Okay. Actually, that is a possibility, but these two are also possibilities, and that makes 3. This is the only place where I've got 2 1s in the bottom. Actually, it's not. Oh, yes, it is. We got 3 possibilities here as well. How about 3s? Well, one of these 2 is going to be a 3. This one is going to be a 3, which makes that a 3. And let's see, I think we've got 2 3s left as possibilities, or 2 places where possibility there, and here, and here. So one of these 2, oh, not that. One of these 2 is going to be a 4. It's going to be this one, because this one's blocked right here. I've got 2 possibilities for 4 here. We've got a 4 coming in here, which gives us that 1. This one's going to be a 4. And that means I've got 2 possibilities for 4 up here. We got 5s scattered about here as well. This one is going to be one of those. This is going to be another. And we've got 2 possible 5s here. 2 possible 5s here. Makes this one a 5. And this not a 2. A 5. And we move on to 6s. We got looks like we got 3 6s on the board, and one of them is going to be right here because it can't be here, and there's no other place on the row or in the row for it. This one's going to be 9. I'm not generally you're filling 9s yet, but we have the option or opportunity. This one's going to be another 6. One of these 2 is going to be a 6. I've got this one will be a 6, which means one of these 2 is going to be a 6. And again, one of these 2 is going to be a 6. Since I've got a 5 6, let's take advantage of the fact we've got 1 2, and well, actually we can place the 3 4. The 2 missing ones are 8 and 9. And this one can't be an 8, so it's going to be a 9. That's going to be an 8. And we get put in a 5 here. Nope, not 5. A 7 here. And we'll come back to that. Let's see. Actually, let's see what we can do with the rest of this. If I can solve any of these or not. 1, 2, 3. We get two possibles for 4, two possibles for 5 or 6. A 5, 7, 8. One of these is going to be a 9, and that's 3 possibilities. So we'll hold off on that. Down here, we've got 2 possibilities for a 9, though. We got 3 possibilities. I missed the one in the bottom here. All right. However, over here with this 4, the top, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One of these 2 is going to be an 8, which means this one's going to be an 8. One of these 2 is going to be an 8. One of these 2 is going to be an 8. And over here, I've got 4 possibilities, 3 possibilities up here. So on to 9s. I've got a 9 going in here. Let's see. At the moment, I'm showing 3 possibilities for a 9 up here. 3 possibilities for a 9 down here. I've got 3 possibilities for a 9 there, and 3 possibilities for 9 here. All right, hold on. We've got a single place for a 3 here. So that becomes a 3, this becomes a 1, and this becomes the digit we have left, which is a 7. So we have a 5, 6 over here. That means down here, let's see if I can get to it. There, that's going to be a 7. This is going to be, one of these 2 is going to be a 1. One of these 2 is going to be a 1. Got a 1 here, 2, 3, 4, and 5. One of these 2 is going to be a 6. It'll be this one. One of these 2 is going to be a 7, which means this is a 7. And let's see, we've got 2 possibilities for an 8 here, and 2 possibilities for a 9 here. One of these 3 were going to be a 9. One of these, now I've got 2 possibilities for a 9 here, and 3 possibilities for an 8, so we'll come back to that. And let's see. Do we go? Nope. Okay. So over here we've got 4 and 8 with 8 and 1 down here. The observation is that there is a algorithmic solution for this. And I am not claiming to be great at those, so let's see what we can do here. So this can't be an 8. This could be an 8 along with these 2. And this can be an 8. This one can't be a 1, but both of these could be a 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The remaining is a 9. That one can be a 9. And this one over here could be a 9. Okay, that doesn't help me much. Although, let's see. We've got 7 and 8 here. This cannot be a 7, but this one could be. This can't be an 8. So the solutions are 7, 5, 8, 5, and 7, 8. 7, 8, 9, 8. What am I missing? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 7, 8, 9, 7, 9, 7, 8, 9, 1, 7, 9, and 1, 8. All right. So up here, that can be a 9, and that finishes it, or lays out a triple. Either of these could be a 9. They don't lay out any triples, but it does give us some level of completion. Let's drop down here. We put 9s that are possible here. That can't be a 7. Nope, that can't be a 7. One of these two is going to be a 7. And so that would have been a wise one to put in earlier. Get a 6. Five, 4, 3, 2. All right, and I believe all 3 of these have potential for being an 8. All right, and at this point I am going to go with punting, because that's what I tend to do. Oop, not a 9. All right, one of the things, if I just replace this 9 with an 8, it will leave a hole where that 8 is. So we have to go in and undo it. Puts the 9 back in the row. So that becomes an 8. 7, 9, 7, 9, 1. So this is going to be a 1. This becomes a 9. 7 here. 8 here, and 9. Which says this is going to be something that I don't think I can do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This theoretically would be an 8, and that's not going to work. So let's go back to that 1, 8 combination, and we'll flip that. 1 here, 8 here. Now, that gives us a 9 here and a 1 here. 7, 8, 7, 8. So up here, this becomes a 9. This becomes a 9. Nope. Arrow Z. This becomes a 9. This becomes an 8. This becomes a 4. 8 here. 6, 4, 9. 6, 5. 8, 7, 5, 9. 7 and 9 to solve. Nope, not 9. 8 to solve. 13 minutes and 52 seconds. Let me just... I've got a place I can put this if I find it real quick. All right, one moment while I look here. Minutes. 52 seconds. There, I've got that. So I am going to quit this session, go up to my other screen. I've got a puzzle here. Let me see. You've got a comment. No, okay. Let me open up my puzzler again. Start. I get to move things around, and it might be hard to see some of these things along the way. We'll start by filling in the left two column, the center and left or right column. I do one thing a little different here with this one because I would like to have a record of what I determine as a solution before I actually finish the game. If I finish it, it hides the solution from me that I've created. So we're going to be doing something a little different there. I'm going to grab a screenshot just before I plug in the final digit. All right. And as always, you are welcome to try solving this as well. This is the puzzle. There is a clue that comes with the puzzle that, since I can't show it to you in the stream, I'm withholding it from myself as well. I will look it up later and see if it would have been potentially useful. We shall see. All right. Off the top of my head, I can see there's a 9 here, and one of these two is going to be a 9. One of these two is going to be a 9. Means one of these two is going to be a 9 as well. So one of these two will be a 9. And I've got 4 possibilities for a 9 here. Let's see. How about ones? Anything useful here? I got 3 possibilities here. 3 possibilities here. 3 possibilities here. Down here as well. But I've got 2 possibilities here, which means we are now down to 2 possibilities here, because this one that I had allocated or mentioned or suggested earlier is blocked by these 2. This one's blocked by this one, and this blocked this row. Let's go with 2s now. I've got a couple of them on the board, and looking over this, I'm not seeing any useful places to put a 2 at the moment. May have one. We'll see. 3. I get 2 on the board again. Based on this, I'm seeing 3 possible 3s in the top left square. I do see 2 possibilities in the top right, so let's populate those 2. I got 5 possibilities here. Everything's open here. Here we've got 3 possibilities, 3 possibilities, and 4 possibilities here, and 3 possibilities here. All right, 4s. I have 2 on the board again, and those 2 are not giving me much in the way of useful fills. We've got a 5 we can place here, though. One of these 3 is going to be a 5. I've got 4 possibilities here. Here we've got 4 possibilities. I've got 2 possibilities here. And stopping right there, that means I've now got 2 possibilities for 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6s, we've got 2 possibilities. 7, and we've got 3 possibilities for an 8. Here we end up with 2 possibilities for an 8, but we're probably not done with the other digits here. We were on 4s or 5s when I spotted the double here. So let's see. I still got 4 possibilities for 5 here, 4 here, 6 here, no, 4 here. These 2 aren't going to be 5s, and 3 here. Okay, 6s. We've got 2 filled 6s plus 2 possibilities that are providing some block for us. Up here we end up with these 2 being blocked and this one being blocked. So I've got 4 possibilities here. This one's blocked. I've got these 4 possibilities, these 4 possibilities, 4 possibilities here. Oop, nope, I want to get to narrow one down. This is a 6. And that means I've now got 2 possibilities for a 6 here, which lines up nicely with these 2. That changes it to 3 possibilities here, except not quite anymore. This is going to be 2 possibilities here and here, because these 2 are going to be possibilities for 6s. Let's see. I've still got 4 possibilities here, 4 possibilities here. All right, how about 7s? Looks like I've got 3 7s on the board. One of these 2 is going to be a 7. One of these 2 will be a 7. I've got 3 possibilities here. I've got 4 possibilities here. 3 possibilities here. And 4 here if I didn't mention that already. All right. 8s. I've got 3 8s on the board. And we can add another one right here. Looking at here, we've got these 2 8s marked because I've got 3 possibilities here and 5 possibilities here. Nope, this one becomes an 8, so now I've got 2 possibilities here. We've got 3 possibilities here because all of these are blocked. So now we look at 9s. I've got a single 9 possible here now. So that becomes a 9. We can fill this with the 4 that's left here. That means that this is going to be a 4. And I'm down to 3 possibilities for 4 here. And this one's going to be a 4. So we're down to 2 possibilities here. I've got a 8 mark here. And so that's going to be an 8. So that'll be a 4. And let's see, anything else useful? Well, these two can't be a 5 for various reasons. That gives me 3 possibilities for a 5 here. We'll come back to that, I think. We were looking at 9s. I've got 2 possibilities for a 9 here. 1 possibility for a 9 here. 2 possibilities over here. And up here, I've got 4 possibilities. Okay, going back to 1s now. We've got a 1 here. Two others listed for 1s at the moment. One of these 2 is going to be a 1. I've got 3 possibilities here. This one is not a possibility. I've got 2 possibilities for 1 here. Over here, I've got 3 possibilities. 2 possibilities here, 2 possibilities here. Okay, how about 2s? Still not getting a lot of useful stuff out of this. I've got 3 possible 2s here, 4 possible 2s here, 4 possible 2s here, 3 possible 2s here, 4 possible 2s in this square, 4 here, 4 here, and 3 here. All right, on to 3s. One of these 3 will be a 3. But keeping that in mind, I've got 1s, 7s, and 3s locked up over here. 8 and 4 givens. 9 and 6, that means I've got 2 and 5. This one here is going to be the 5. This one's going to be a 2. And let's see what anything else we can do with that. That narrows this down to just 3, not 4 possibilities for a 2. Okay, what am I left with here? Can one of these be a 1? Yes, I've got 3 possibilities for a 1 here. 2, this could be a 2, along with the, no, this can't be a 2. So, 1 and 2. What I'm missing here is 3. Well, I've got possibility for 3 here, possibilities for 3s here. 4, 5, 6, 7, and then these 2 possibilities for an 8. All right, let's see. One, 3 possibilities for 2, 2 possibilities for 3. So this can no longer be a 3, so we've got those 2 possibilities. 4, 3 possibilities for a 5. 3 possibilities for a 6. 7, 8, 9. Still 4 possibilities for 2. 3s. 3 possibilities for 5. 3 possibilities for 6. All right. Okay. 1s. 6. 2. So one of these is going to be a 3. And that matches up with the 6s. So this becomes a 1. And this becomes, or one of these two is going to be a 7. And what else am I missing? 2. One of these two will be a 2. Okay, this one won't be it, so that's a 2, that's a 7. And this is going to be either a 6 or not a 4, 6 or a 5. So now we've got 3 possibilities for 2 here. One of these two will be a 1. 2s. One of these 3 will be a 2. 3 here, 4 here. 3 possibilities for 5, but not this one. We've got 4 possibilities for a 6. This one's a 7, so that now narrows us down to 3 possibilities for a 6. But that also means that this is going to be our 2. Let's check that. One of these two is a 1. This can't be a 1. We've got a 3, 4 in the row. Okay, this one could be a 5. So 5 or 2 are the options I see for that square. And since we've got 2 numbers that can be options of many, I'm going to fill the rest of these in as well. So 1s, 2s, 3, 4, 5, 6s. Yeah, 6 here, here, and there. 7, 8, and 9. Okay. Over here, we've got a 1 on the board, 3 on the, actually 1 and 3 are given, or 1 and 2 are given. Pair possibilities 3 and 5, pair possibilities 4, pair possibilities 6. That means 3 possibilities for 8. Go ahead and mark them. And these are that's completed. And so over here we ended up with a 1, 4 possibilities for 2, 3, 4, 3 possibilities for 5, 3 possibilities for 6, 7, 8, and 9 are already on the board. All right, over here, we've got 3 possibilities for 1, 3 possibilities for 2, we are narrowed down to 5 possibilities for 3. Four, that can't be a 5, so I've got 3 possibilities for 5. There's 6 on the board. 3 possibilities for 7. Those 2 for 8. And 4 possibilities for 9. Hate when that happens. All right. Pair of possibilities for 1. And 3 possibilities for 2. 2 possibilities for 4. Missed that earlier. 5 and 6 are givens. Got a 1, 2 here, so 7s are going to be up. Oh. Ah. This is a 7. Gives me 2 possibilities here. Come back to that. 8 and 9. What am I missing? 1. Well, that becomes a 1. And we are missing a 3. One of these two is going to be a 3, but now I've got a 2 list limited. This becomes a 4. This becomes a 3. Over here, we've got 2 possibilities for 1. 2 possibilities for 2. And 3 is going to be in that combination. That means I no longer need to worry about 4s there. So I've got 2 possibilities for 4. But that's a 4-9 pair, so this becomes a 1, which is going to help us up here. That becomes a 1. And that becomes a 1. All right. So we get a 4-9 pair here. 2, 3, 5, 6. So one of these is going to be an 8. I've got 3 possibilities for an 8 there then. And it looks like we've now got this narrowed down to a 5. Looking at the bottom, I've got that 2, we've got a 1, missing a 3, but that's in the square. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yes, this is a 5. Wrong square. The wrong cell. That's a 5. This becomes a 3, and this becomes a 5. We get a 6 here, 3 here, 6 up here. 2 and 1. 6 here. Nope, not there. Here. That becomes a 3. 9, 7, 3, 6 here. We got a 5-2 pair here. We'll probably be cleaning that up shortly. This is a 9 here, which turns this into a 4, and this is a 9. 2 and 3 here. So we've got that to clean up there. That, however, gives me an 8 here, 3 here. This gives me a 6 up here. 8 and 4. I get a 5 here. 7 and 2. 7, 8, 6. A 5 here. Let me grab a screenshot. That's including the completion time, because we had a little bit of a moment there. All right. It's going to change, or be a different completion time here, though. 20 minutes and 39 seconds. How did you do? I hope you had a good time with both these puzzles. I hope you have enjoyed the stream, and do feel free to let me know of any hints or suggestions how I could make this go easier or smoother. I think this worked out nicely, and we'll see, or I will now take a look at the results I was given and see how I compared. 20 minutes and 39 seconds. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Take care.